You ever been fishing? I used to go all the time when I was a kid. My dad took me. On the weekends we'd go. The day would start at about 4 a.m. I didn't like that part very much. And the night before, oh my god. We'd go to an Italian bakery spot called Caputo's in downtown Brooklyn. My dad would get fresh baked Italian bread, like 5 of them. Get some cold cuts, salami, turkey, ham, all sorts of cheeses, Swiss, pepper jack, all the fixins, the works. He'd load up on beers and sodas, pop everything in the cooler, bust out the fishing gear, tackle, poles, lures, the whole 9. Then we'd get to bed. Come early morning, we'd load all that crap into the car and head out to the fishing boats. It was an ordeal. I wasn't really excited about it in the moment while it was happening, but hot damn, them some good memories and some important lessons. Here they are, baked into a story for you. My dad and I each had our own fishing poles. We'd get everything set up, bait the hooks, cast them, and wait for fish to bite. Of course, we weren't the only ones on the boat. There were a bunch of folks out there with us, most of them old dudes, fishing heads. There was this one old dude that was on with us pretty often. Whenever he was on board, without a doubt, he'd clean up shop. That guy always caught more fish than anyone else on the boat. Why? I asked him. He claimed it was the type of bait he used. While most used worms, he used chicken. While I don't know how picky these fish were, I sure as hell couldn't deny the numbers. He caught more fish than we did, period. One day, I decided to watch him. Study what he did. I saw him baiting his pole. Sure as heck, yep, he was using raw chicken. He dropped the line, and that was it, right? Nope. The chicken plot thickens. I watched him move down the boat a bit and do it all over again. With another pole, he did it again and again, like 7 or 8 times. That's when it dawned on me. No wonder this guy catches all the dang fish. He had more lines out than the rest of us. He had lines cast out on all different sides of the boat. It was a fairly big boat. Okay, so the first lesson here is leverage. It's infinitely easier to succeed when you have multiple things working on your behalf. While we all had one pole, this guy had like 7 or 8. Yeah, maybe the chicken helped a bit, but I bet he'd still kick everyone's butt if all he did was use the same worms that we did. In any event, he upped his chances. You want to increase your odds of success? You want to hook luck by the fish face too? Put out more fishing lines. Not a bad idea to use better bait too. That's the first thing you do. Make luck easier to find you. Attract it. That's not the only thing. See, the boat we were on had a few crew members. This one dude, I remember him well. Casey. He used to help clean the fish people caught. It was an add-on service people could pay for if they didn't want to do it themselves. Casey would cut out the fish innards, remove the heads, and bag them up for folks. Horrible job, but a much in-demand service. The chicken dude would get this done all the time. The reason I remember Casey so well, 2 reasons. He used to semi-torment me and my dad. When we would experience seasickness, he would call out to me or my pops, "Hey Ray, you guys seasick?" We'd nod as we'd grimace in the fetal position thanks to our nausea. Casey would say, "Watch this." Then he'd spin around like a figure skater to show off how not seasick he was. It made us laugh and curse him at the same time. Bastard. Anyways, I asked Casey how he liked cleaning the fish. He said he loved it. I was like, why? He said he was grateful. It's how his family made a fortune. I said, but how do you guys make a fortune cleaning fish? Why wasn't he out here fishing like the rest of us? Casey says, well, my family owns a boat. We have 12 of them, actually. That's throwaway wisdom right there. While not profound for me at the time, it took a while to connect the dots to appreciate the lesson. You ever hear the expression, if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, but if you teach a man a fish, you teach him how to feed himself for life? Or something like that? The point is, there's a money life lesson in all this too. There's hobby level, make a living level, get rich level, but then there's also get wealthy level. Keeping up with the same fishing analogy, if you spear fish, you manually go chase them. Hunt. Fun is an experience, but not efficient. You could use fishing poles and do things to attract them, a little less manual. Not much less. You get to stay dry though, mostly. Either way won't make you rich. Great hobbies though. Using that gets us into making a living territory. Teaching others to fish is another way to add leverage. Clean the fish for them, but that's a little manual labor. What if you owned the boat? Or better yet, what if you owned a fleet of them like Casey's family? I think it was his dad that owned it. His dad was never on the boat with us. I imagine him off on his own private island somewhere. I don't know, maybe he was fishing. That's another thing you can do. Own the fleet or own the fishing spots. Charge others for access. Then add upsells. When you can remove yourself and have others doing the work for you, that's how you get wealthy. Today, you don't even have to create this stuff from scratch. You can just capitalize on what's already out there. There are a number of ways to bait this hook. The more lines you have out there, the more fish you'll catch. The question is, are you catching the chicken I'm tossing out there? Was this useful? Remember, haters are always going to hate, but you don't have to dim your shine to light someone else's candle. The darkness is defeated in our collective light. Check out the description box for more useful stuff. If you want to get in touch with me, ways to do that are there too. Did you find this video useful? If so, please light up that like button. It's a small act from you, but means the world to me. If you don't want to miss more useful content like this, smash subscribe and bing that bell. For even more exclusive content, be sure and join the newsletter. Link is in the description. And now, check out one of these other useful videos.